Hello everyone, Nikko Ielasi here and welcome to my new music tutorials. Let's get started! Alright, here we go. Let's get started. We're gonna start taking a look at Triplets, which is the first song of the album. It's the intro to the record, and we're gonna analyze a specific fragment of the song. But first of all, let's listen to it so that we know what we're talking about. Here it is. Okay, so that you heard at the end, that's the main groove of the song. So that will be our final point for this specific explanation, because I don't want to make this video too long. So let's take it from the top. We're going to ignore the beginning line that you heard. We're going to take it from the top of that power chord that you heard. So that first chord is a B power chord. This is the chord right here. And when I say power chord, I mean an actual power chord like you would play on guitar. So it's literally just the 1 and the 5 of that specific chord. In this case, it's a B. So you have the B, the F sharp, then you repeat it, and then you can double the octave on top. Okay? Then the second chord is a power chord of A. So while the right hand, the top of it, stays on B. It's the same thing. So you see how the two power chords on top of each other sound? And then they're followed by two major 9 chords. The first one being a G major 9, and the second one being a A major 9. Now, for those of you who are not practical, how am I voicing this right now? I'm playing the G root and the 5 in my left hand, and I'm doubling the octave with my thumb, with my left thumb, and then I'm playing a B minor 7 on top of it with my right hand. So B, D, F sharp, A on top of the G chord. And that gives you a G major 9, because you have the major 7 of G right here, and you also have the 9 of G, okay? And then you take the same exact voicing and you're playing a whole step higher. And there you have your A major 9 chord. So again, those 4 chords in line are then you repeat the exact same thing a second time, except at the end of the second time that you play this, there is a line that takes us out. And the line is, so again, the notes are E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, E, C sharp. Let's talk a little bit of the rhythm of this line. The first thing I have to tell you, and some of you might already notice this because it's a pretty simple notion, is that this song is in 6. So whether you think of it as 6/8 or 6/4 doesn't really make a difference. In this case, I wrote the charts in 6/4 because it's a very intricate arrangement and it's pretty up in tempo. So I didn't want to have to write a bunch of 32 notes and stuff like that. So by writing it in 6/4 instead of 6/8, my charts look a little cleaner because I'm only writing really 8 notes and 16 notes, and I'm not going any lower than that. Anyway, so you have 6 beats in one measure. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Cool? This line right here that I just told you, it's made of 8 note triplets. So you have 3 for each beat. You have 3 notes for each beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pa 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 pa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The line starts on beat number 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Pa 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 pa. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. Once you land that line, you play 2 more chords, and those 2 chords are a B major 9 and an A major 9. You heard that before. It's the same exact voicing that I just explained to you before the line. So you remember how we did the G major 9 and the A major 9? Now all you have to do is take it up another whole step to go to a B major 9, okay? And then you go back down, actually, back to the A. So here you have it. Okay, that's the sequence. Now, if you play the whole thing, actually before we play the whole thing, there's 2 more chords after that that I want to talk to you about, and these are the chords. So what these are, they're nothing else than just simple triads on top of each other. So in the first case, you have a C major, so really it's, and the D major in your right hand. You see? So C, E, G in your left hand, D, F sharp, A in your right hand, but instead of playing the simple triads, I'm spreading out the voicing a little better. So what I'm doing is I'm doubling the fifth down with my right thumb here, and then instead of playing the simple triad, I'm spreading it out where I keep the third on top with my thumb, then the fifth in the middle, and the root right in the bottom. And there you have it. Then what you do is you simply put it up a whole step. So in this case, it would be a D major in the left hand and the E major on your right hand. What these two triads on top of each other do is that they give you a nice major Lydian sound, and it sounds very lush, very positive, very uplifting. As you might notice this far, there is a lot of parallel writing in my music. So I mean, it's in general, but especially in this specific composition in this part of this song, there is a lot of parallel chords, meaning that when I write, I often don't think of it as being in a specific key or being necessarily diatonic, as they say, but I'm thinking of the melody and where the melody wants to go. And I usually come up with a chord that really supports that melody nicely. And then oftentimes I will come up with another chord that is exactly the same voicing, but just following where the melody goes. So if my first chord with the melody being A, my first chord is a G major chord, sometimes what I would do is that I know that the next melody chord is a B, so all I do is I move the same voicing a whole step higher, and there you have your A major 9 chord with the B on top. So just for you to know, we will encounter that a lot in my music as we explain more stuff. So let's play up to that point in tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're getting to the last two measures of our phrase. Those are the two measures that will lead us back into the main groove of the song. Okay, so these measures are pretty interesting rhythmically, but before we get into the rhythm, I want to tell you guys what the chords are. So we start with the usual B power chord, the same one that we had in the beginning of this line. So this, it's a simple B power chord, and then we have a D major triad over its third, so over the F sharp. The way I'm voicing it is, again, the F sharp, the D, which is our root really, and the D triad on top, doubling the fifth, okay? So again, B power chord, D over F sharp. Then we have A major 7. The way I'm voicing again is, we have the power chord in our left hand, so 1, 5, 1, and then I'm playing the 9th, which is the B, the C sharp, which is the 3, E, which is our 5th, and then on top the melody note is your G sharp or the major 7 of that chord. And then the final chord of this measure is a G sharp minor 7. It's a simple, so what you have is just G sharp, F sharp, which is your flat 7, and then the B, which is your flat 3, and the D sharp, which is your 5. So those four chords together are, okay, I might do a little thing here and there. Don't mind my playing. Sometimes I do a little embellishment of the things, but I want you guys to get the important things about the harmony and the chords that I'm playing. Now where does this progression land? It lands on the D minor 9 chord. So and then a E minor chord. So these are a D minor 9, an E minor 9, and then we finally land back on the A major 7. And we're back into our main groove of the song. How did I voice those minor 9 chords? The way I voiced them is I played the fundamental notes of my chord in my left hand by playing the root, the 5, and the flat 3. Remember, it's a minor chord, so your 3 will be flat. And then a C major triad on top of it. The only difference is that I'm not playing the C major triad in a root position, but I'm playing its second inversion. Okay, down an octave. So again, D minor with a C major on top. Okay, and then I'm just moving that same chord, you guessed it, a whole step higher. Again, the parallel writing, the parallel chords come back again. And then we finally land on our new one, the A major. And at that point, we're back into the groove. But there you have it. Now, before we end this video, there is yet another level of rhythmic intricacy, because what the chords are doing is literally a 2/3. So if your downbeat, if your subdivision, your main subdivision is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divide this in threes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now imagine like fitting 2 snaps every 3 of your left hand. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pa, 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 pa. Okay. The way this looks on the paper is that you have 3 quarter notes, right, on your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you have 2 dotted quarter notes in your right hand. So pa, 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 pa. Now, why did I say there is yet another level of rhythmic complication to this? Because the horns, if you really listen to the track, the horns in the background are playing a melody that is a 4/3. So while the chords are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pa, 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 right? The melody that the horns are playing are following this subdivision, the 4/3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sing pa, 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 pa. So it's like fitting 4 of your right snaps on 3 of your left snaps. Okay. The only particular thing about this specific line is that the horns are not starting on the downbeat, but they're not playing the first one of those 4. So I told you it's 4/3. The horns are not playing the first one, so it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pa 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 pa. I'm still fitting 4/3. I'm just not playing the very first downbeat. The notes that they are playing are B, F sharp, D, G sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then A. So if we had to play this in tempo, I will play the left hand, I will play the chords in my left hand, so that would be the piano part and the 2/3, and then the melody in my right hand, which would be a 4/3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there you have it, folks. We're back into our main groove. So I hope you really enjoyed this little explanation. I don't want the video to get too long. I think like it's been already long enough. If you want to hear more about this music and this process of writing and producing this album, don't hesitate to shoot me an email at NikKollective@gmail.com. Okay, Nikko Ielasi is NikKoIelasi music@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I do teach private lessons online, via Skype or whatever works for you. We can meet one-on-one if you're in Los Angeles. That's where I live. But yeah, just stay tuned for more videos and let me know if you have any questions or if there's any particular topic, musical topic at least, that you would like for me to discuss. Stay tuned for more videos about this specific album, and remember, the record comes out on October 1st. Share the word, tag your friends, follow my social media, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll talk soon, okay? Thank you for following, thank you for your support. Love you. Ciao!